Hello, welcome back. Yes, it took me a little bit of time to get organised, but I'm here. And yes, there was lots of things going on in the background unrelated to this live stream and related to this live stream. People have already started throwing ideas at me, and I'm already having to start writing or cutting and pasting and putting things in. Wow, talk about a lot to do. Anyway, we are going to be dealing with what has essentially become my favourite part of the week. My favourite part of the week is I sit down, give you guys a map, I've labelled it, and you create an adventure. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to do a ruined wizard tower. I've only got the first level. I have smashed off the top of the tower, so there's not much to it left now. Just keep it nice and simple, down to about 20 items rather than a quadrillion items, which would just be too much to deal with. I expect this to be reasonably fun, so feel free to come up with some ludicrous ideas. I imagine that in a... Well, let's just get moving. I'll put up the poll. Okay, grab some food, some drink, make sure you're comfortable, have your thinking caps on, and we'll do our very best. Okay, we don't want to write a novel, we just want to make an adventure, right? That's really what we're trying to do here. So, yes, I think I'm pretty much ready. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's make this work. Hi, welcome to How to RPG. My name is Fred Weller, and today we're going to make an adventure. We're going to use the wizard tower. I'm going to go with, as I have said, I think just one layer or one level of the wizard tower is probably what we're going to try to attempt. The reason being is otherwise it's just going to get too hard. Now, I have a document that I'm going to be filling in. I'm going to be taking your ideas. I'm going to give you some prompts. I'm going to be talking through a whole lot of ideas and concepts about wizard towers and arcane towers and mage towers to help you sort of trigger your own imagination, come up with some ideas. That's essentially what we're trying to do here. And I need to say a big thank you to all of those people who are in chat already and ready to go. Pale Rider, who, trust me, I've already got your ideas. It's already down. It's on the document. It's done. Fred Huber, a patron, thank you for being here. Fred, I have noted down your ideas. I was worried that if I started a live stream, all your suggestions would just disappear, so I had to make sure I grabbed them very quickly, which is why I was late today. Okay, all right. All right, let's start off with this. If we're dealing with a wizard tower, obviously building multiple layers and levels to a wizard tower is a smart idea. But if we're dealing with a ruined wizard tower, we don't have to have the entire tower. What we can do is, this is getting too hot. It's really warm and I can't have my window open, unfortunately. If we put multiple levels in and each level has like 20 locations, it's going to take forever to get it done. Okay? And as you know, when I'm doing this with you, I want this to be something that you can do in roughly the prep time that you have. I don't know what that is, but I want you to be able to prep it and set it up as quickly as possible. So even if we use a map generator to generate our map, we still need to be able to fill it up. And you know, if we're not going to just go to Donjon or some other location to actually drop all our information and just press a button and let the computer do everything else, or just do nothing and let the chat GPT fill it all in, which I suppose you could. I mean, it's obviously what a lot of people are doing now. But yeah, what I want to do is I want to have a map. I have one. I put up on the Discord group so you can actually see it. I'm going to be showing it to you in a second. But what I thought was the smartest way to start us slow, okay, we will come back to wizard towers, mage towers, and arcane towers and do this again. So this is not going to be the only time. But this time we're just going to do one level. So let's start off with hashtag what type of wizard, okay, let's make sure I put down here ruined, because ruined wizard tower do we have? Okay, there's a question. I'm going to put that in, and then I'm going to prompt you with some various bits and pieces in terms of how we structure this. So let me just bring over the map now. Here it is. This is the map. You'll notice that I have numbered it. If you can't see it clearly, you can pull it up on Discord. For those of you who would prefer to have that, that's cool. I have no problems with that whatsoever. Do that if you need to. But otherwise, it's there. It's available to you. I'm going to keep that up pretty much the whole time. We will, from time to time, go back to the document I'm working on as I cut and paste and, I guess, adjust what you guys provide me with. I will certainly be jumping back and forth a little bit. The undead skeletal remains of 3 apprentices are methodically continuing the experiments last assigned. That is interesting. I like it. And that is for Area 7. Okay, right, well, I'll drop that into Area 7. Now, for those of you who have not been here before, now, I think Area 7 has already been populated. Somebody's put an alchemy research laboratory in there. I know we haven't even started. So to give you an idea, number 7 has become an alchemy research laboratory. It already has some stuff there. We may be able to add a bit more to it. We'll see. Area 5 has already been labelled as a secret storage area. Okay, and then Area 1 has been set up, and I will go through and explain all that stuff to you. Okay, so yes, we've actually got quite a bit of it already done. Oh, isn't that surprising? It's not really surprising at all. I was hoping we would get to the point where we could do that sort of thing. The Tower of the Infamous Lady of Crows. Well, I like that idea. Let's take that idea. Let's go with that. That's a bit different. We'll put that into the main features, which is basically this. Yep, I dropped that in. Okay, interesting. Okay, let me just now type in my prompt. For those of you who are unaware, you only need to be subscribed for 5 minutes to be able to engage and participate in the live chat, people, if you want to put your own ideas in. So let me just put in this prompt. Room number. So when you put in your prompt, give me the room number, features, noises, furniture, odors maybe. You can see a lot of the stuff is already sort of there, right? It's already got a prompt on there, but odors, is that odors? I feel like that's an American odor. Monsters, traps, hazards, treasure. We're going to have treasure in our map. NPCs. Okay. Hello, Wally. How are you? And Wally, if you want to include a very super simple puzzle into this location, by all means, put it forward. Lock and key, dude. Lock and key. Keep it simple. Otherwise, I'm going to blow my head will explode. So Wally knows what I'm talking about because we were talking about this yesterday. NPCs, puzzles, simple puzzles, really simple puzzles, people. Objects, magical phenomena. Now, the reason I put magical phenomena is that, well, if it's a ruined location, it is probably yeah, right, Wally. Sure they are. Magical effects. So in a ruined wizard tower, we were probably going to have some magical effects as well. There'll probably be some magic that carries on. So, room number. Decide where you want to put it. If something's already there, we'll put it somewhere else. Features, noise, furniture, odors. You don't have to do all this stuff, people. Don't freak out. Okay, you only have to pick a little bit of that. We're really only looking for roughly about, 1, 2, 3 sentences of information, and I will take that, port that in, and manipulate it in some way to make it all work. Okay? Apprentices. Do. So that's my suggestion to you, people. I'm going to take a drink before I start going over wizard towers and waiting for the ideas to come through. Oh, you're giving me some backstory. So this is one of the things that I was talking with Wally about this. And one of the things he was saying, Fred, descriptive text. It's going to have to come later. It's going to have to come later. I was added to it for being ruined. Oh, I see. Oh, you want me to add that piece for the... All right, so I will read out some of the ideas that people have put forward already. And so 7... Let me start off with the ones that have been done, and then from there we'll go on. We'll do more. We'll do the rest. Okay, so the first area. This is the entrance. Entrance. I want to put down elaborate entrance because I feel like the entrance on this map is elaborate. Elaborate entrance. There is a statue of beautiful elf maiden holding a crescent moon above her head and a relief on the wall behind her depicting battles. Okay. Adventures, and finally what happened seems to be assented to more. I don't understand that bit. This is the one bit that you've given me that I'm a little bit confused by, which was given to me in Discord. So adventures, depicting battles. Okay, see, adventures, battles, adventures. Okay, and what seems to be ascending. Is it ascending? It seems to be ascent. I think it's ascending to immortality. The stairs are still a glossy blue-black underneath the leaves and dust. 2 sets of stairs on each side of the statue and relief merge into one, and leading. No, so that's a full. That's leading up to one. Relief merge into one. That's a new sentence. We're gonna have to. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a new sentence there. There's a lot here, people. Let me get the entrance. There's a lot of information. Leading up to the open area with a large. Leading up to the open area, open entrance. Leading up to the open entrance is a large transparent sheet of crystal straight ahead. So let's take that out of brackets. If the crystal is touched, the crystal will show an animation of the event depicted in the relief. That's fine. We'll keep that in the sentence. There are several gargoyles lining the walls and give a sense of... It's one in the walls. I don't even think we need to say that. A sense of being watched. One of the things I always know I have to be careful about is putting ideas into the player's head when I need to let them do that themselves. So I'm going to remove a little bit of that. Just because I know if you put gargoyles somewhere, your players are going to think they're going to come to life. It's like skeletons. They always think that's going to happen. Or they're being watched through the gargoyles. It's such a common thing, even for new players. At least 2 of these gargoyles are alive. In the alcove top right, there are skeleton remains with a satchel containing a spell book. Okay, all right. So we've got quite a bit going on here. You'll be listening in the background? No problem, Wally, no problem. You listen in the background. Ascending. Okay, that's the word, right? Ascending. Okay, all right, so I need to just drop that back into there. Where is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be... Ascending. Nope. Just give me what I want. Oh, God, blimey. Tell ya, sometimes things don't work quite the way you would hope. No, this is stop it. Stop it. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Paste. All right. Oh, that's not right. It's because I've pasted it wrong or something. I don't know. What is the text? It's Arial and it's 11. Arial 11. 11. Okay. Okay, that's area 1. I still got to catch up on some of the other stuff people have done here, so I will. And then I will read out the next section that we've done here. Okay, so adding tales of fame are my favourite traps. Yes, absolutely, Wally. Now, the Lady of Crows was known for her alchemy, prowls, and her swift vengeance on anyone that crossed her. So, we will take this little bit of lore that you've got here, Pale Rider, and we'll drop it in. And I'll put it up the top here for now. Was known. There's an N in there. Okay, got it. Right. You need 21 pieces of the puzzle. One is in each of the rooms. No, we're not doing that. Blackjack puzzle 21. Blackjack puzzle 21. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure what that means. Blackjack puzzle 21. What does that mean, Wally? What have you? Yeah. I can put here blackjack, but what I don't know what that means. Blackjack. Are you trying to get them to use a puzzle from your book? I know that's what it is. You know, you don't have to convince them, and most of the people here have probably already bought the book. I promote it here so much. Anyway, okay. So I'll be listing the background, working on. Oh yes, Monster Encounters book. Yes. So yes, the quintessential guide to monsters. Wally, all the best with your 9 hours of hard hack to try to get it done. It's autocorrect. It's auto error. Yeah, probably. Okay, so we're all ready to go. I'm going to keep reading through what we have here so that you guys can keep your brains are ticking along in terms of what we would like to do with this. So then area 5 is a secret room. So I'm going to label it as a secret room. And I believe area 5, if we have a look, where is 5? Yes. Well, it's not a secret room because there's no secret door leading into it. So how secret can that secret room be? Do you know what I mean? There's 2 doors leading into there. I didn't put any secret I don't think I put any secret locations in here. I think it's just going to be a storage room, really. It feels like it's just going to be a storage room. A secret room, there really isn't a secret room. There's no secret door. I'm not redrawing the map. There is a secret door, but that secret door is like, it just leads from one location to another that's easy enough to get to. So I just don't know that there's much point. Okay, so this is what I'll do. I'm going to put here just storage room. Storage room. I figured with the first level of our wizard tower, we're probably not going to wind up having secret rooms just yet. So a storage location for the rarest and most expensive chemicals. Or the rarest and most expensive chemicals. 6 is a finished. Oh, 6 supposed to be a potion storage location. Okay, I see. I see what you're doing here. All right, so we can take that. So we'll go cut here. Laboratory. Okay, so what have we got here? Expensive things to be used in the laboratory. So we've, okay, so that's okay. So we've got quite a bit going on there, and this here 6 is actually potion storage. Potion storage, potion room, the potion room. So racks, long racks and shelves of potions line the walls with a wide variety, come on, variety of different bottles of liquid. Most of the potion bottles are broken, but there are some still intact. Bottles, okay. What else do I want to, the potion room? Now what I want to do is any potions still able to be used in this location, able to be used, have a 50% down. What do I do here? Have a 50%, have a 50% chance to fail, I guess, something like that. Okay, the alchemy research laboratory. So this is, so let's go here. A research desk. Okay, so the alchemy laboratory. That's number 7. All right. Okay, I'm catching up, people. Get in there. I had a bit of confusion. So number 7, 21. Oh, I see we are on our way. 5 is a sauna. 5 could be a sauna. I don't know about it. I think 5 is 5. You want 5 to be a sauna? Do we move the bottle room somewhere else? You want to put a sauna in 5 to hot springs below. We'd have to put our bottle room somewhere else, which is fine. Let me just take this idea here and drop our sauna into I guess a different location. So cut. Where are we going to put our bottle room though? If we're going to do that, well, let's make room 3 the bottle room, because that's sort of off to the side. It doesn't have to be huge. We've got a bit more space to work with. Let's make it in number 3. Let's put the bottle room there. So let's do that. Okay. So I've moved the storage room. I will put a sauna in 5. Okay. All right. I need to mark my point here so I know where to go back to. Okay, where are we? No, it's not going to be easy. I'm not redrawing it. I've told this to people before. I'm not redrawing it. What you see is what you've got. Just work with that, okay? I did not draw this map with software. It's just a map generator. I'm not going to redraw it. It ain't going to happen. So work with the map and just fill it up. That's all you got to do. It's real simple. It makes it much more difficult for me by trying to adjust and make alterations to the map. You're asking too much. Yes, you can complain about complicated traps. That's fine. Make those doors and secret door. We've got that. Hot springs. Okay, hot springs. Okay, so the concept of hot springs is not bad. Let's just take this. We need to put this as a sauna. hot springs, sauna. And I think we'll just drop that into the 5. That's fine. I have no problems with that. That's good. Move that round. So that's 5 now. Sauna. The steps down into there are steps down into a hot spring with 2 female 2, let's go, is it PPP? Partly naked female, no, let's do one of each. 2 partly naked statues made of marble. Okay, there are steps down into a hot spring with 2 partly naked statues made of marble. One statue is a man and the other a woman. Okay, the hot pools can be used for a maximum of 5 minutes. I believe there's 5 minutes to recover some health. I'm not going to stipulate how much. Okay, so there we go. I think I've got that's 21. Oh yes, this is the circular stone staircase. Condensation. Yes, let's do that. We needed 21. So good. Let's put 21 in. I haven't really gone over the that one there, but that's all right. Black. What? How we got blackjack there? I don't know. But let's go here. And blackjack. We'll take blackjack out. I don't know where that's supposed to go. Cut. Wally, you should be working. You shouldn't be part of this, man. You know you've got other things you have to get done. So spiral staircase. A stone. Stone stairs. The stone stairs are slippery, with condensation leading down to the dungeon or down to the or cavern complex. Smells of wet soil. The stairs smell. Stairs below. Sorry, stairs below. Smell of wet soil. The staircase above has collapsed with the rest of the towers above the ground level. Okay, so I have pretty much just cut off the top of it. So there's nowhere to go up, but potentially we can go down, and then you can use a different map to continue on somewhere else. Okay, that's worked out all right. Number 9, Fred, what have you got here? The head apprentice's room. This remains. Okay, so let's just grab this one. And you're continuing for? Hello, Nacho Man. Nacho Man is also a patron. Thanks for being here, just as Fred Huber is. Number 4, which is still available, so we can use it. Paste. And number 4 is an apprentice chamber. Okay. Okay. Head apprentice room. Apprentice's room. What do we got here? The remains of his bed and wardrobe are moldy, and collapsing. Head apprentice is a revenant who feels it's his task to bring the master back to life. Oh my gosh, and that's a good place to put a revenant. Right smack in the front. That'll scare them out. That'll scare them away. The revenant also doesn't like intruders. Okay, well. So we're going to scare them off pretty quick. You won't get very far. You've actually, what you've done is which is clever, you've set up a guardian to stop them getting into essentially the bottle room. Well, not the bottle room, but at least the supply room and some of the other places. Maybe you've kind of blocked. Yeah, which is probably what you want to do. Nice. Also does not like intruders, and is very hard to negotiate with. And okay, I'm not saying they will attack, but yeah, I've got that down. Nice, well done. Oh, the Dungeon Minister. Howdy, how are you, Dungeon Minister? So, really quick, for those of you who are here and are listening, I will tell you the locations that I've marked down already. It looks to me like 22 has already been taken. Looks like a fighting pit, 22. It could be. It could be. It could be anything under the sun. It also could be a... it could be just a great huge box. You know, there's all sorts of things you could do with that. 17 looks like it's been taken as well, but... So what we've done so far, this is the Tower of the infamous Lady of Crows. She is an alchemist. It's a ruined tower. It's only the first level. The top levels of the tower are completely collapsed. It's just the bottom level left. It is no longer occupied by the Lady of Crows in any meaningful way. Maybe her ghost, possibly. We've done the elaborate entrance is number 1. We haven't done number 2. Number 3 is a storage room. Number 4 is the head apprentice's room. Number 5 is a sauna, care of Wally DM. The potion room is number 6. 7 is the alchemy laboratory, which I still have to finish writing up. Number 21 is a spiral staircase. It looks like 17 and 22 have already mostly been tied down. I'm going to play around with the idea of 22. We might do a bit more with that. We'll see how we go. So yes. So you've got lots to choose from. If you need me to itemize every single room, I will do that. But so far we're doing pretty well. Okay. Flooded hallway. The hallway between 22 and 19 is mostly flooded. 22 and 19. 22 and 19. I see what you're trying to do. You want to flood that area. Okay, so this is flooded hallway. And I haven't labeled that hallway as such. I didn't want to do so, but I see what you're trying to do. So what we'll do here is I'll take this, and this will just have to be a note in the features of the location. We can just add it as part of the features. Okay, flooded hallway. Stairs to the north, exit to the open air, and a harpy nest, and a harpy nest. The stairs to the north open up into a... You want to put a harpy nest at the top of the stairs. Yep, you could do that. That's pretty easy to do. Not too much. We don't have to really add anything. We don't have to add that. We don't have to add an extra bit to the map. That's fine. Okay. 22 looks like a fighting pit, so we'll mark down 22 potentially as a fighting pit. I don't really feel like it is. Would a wizard really have a fighting pit in 22? I mean, do you know what I mean? Would they really? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong. You tell me. You're going to tell me something. I know you will. You'll be hanging out in room 5. Yes, that's right, Wally. You stay on target. 10, simply. So 10, where is 10? 10. Where do I there it is. It's a hallway. Simple hallway, dusty, empty, wandering monster check. Yes, I suppose you could do something like that. I wanted to do a little bit more with 10 than just something like that myself. I'm going to just put that as 10. It's a maybe. It's a maybe. There's a reason why I numbered some of these hallways, because I feel like in a place like this, we do need to set up some magical traps. That's why I've numbered some of the hallways. If you're looking at hallways and you're thinking, Fred, it's not a room. That's you could say that's an L-shaped room, but it's more like a hallway. Like 10 is more like a hallway. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give you prompts to put in traps, magical traps, mechanical traps. That's why they're there. Okay. 17. What is 17? 17's huge. It is. It does seem like a theatre. Keeps me having to think of a theatre. 8 and 12 being the ushers' chambers, so they can. Well, let's make 17 a theatre. Why not? It's balcony. Let's make it a theatre. I have no problems with that. Let's do something like that. That's fine. So 17 is a theatre. We just need a bit more information on it other than just theatre. It's kind of interesting. Theatre or audience chamber. Like a wizard would put on a show for people coming to visit him. I almost feel like it wouldn't necessarily be a theatre, but it might be an audience chamber. Does anybody remember Dragon Slayer? And then in Dragon Slayer, they have like an audience chamber where he puts on a whole lot of theatrics to the travellers that have come to see him. Okay. I was dealing with the Revenant yesterday. Were they? And how did they do with their Revenant? No, don't do them don't do them in order. Just do them in whatever, pick a location. If it's not already full, then we do it. 11 is a small area. Yes, it is. It is a very small area, and it's a dead end too. It's a small room. It is definitely. Could be a privy. Maybe there is a pipe leading. That's why it's flooded. Okay, all right. Hello, Dungeons and Chronics. How are you doing? 7. You want 7 to be a library. I don't think, have we done 7 yet? 7 is actually the laboratory. If you want a big, huge open area, that is a library. We need to pick a different location. Look, number 2 has not been taken. Number 2 is not taken. We can put your library idea in number 2. How's that sound? And then we'll make 11 a privy. So, Dungeon Minister, 11 is now a privy.
Hello. Hey, we're Bible students, just spreading some good news from the Bible. Do you want to come to listen?
Oh, we're Christians. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to church.
What's that siren?
That's usually if there's a car accident or a fire.
Okay, flooded hallway is privy. Would be disgusting, I am aware. But we definitely, I think number 2 will make the library. Because it looks to me like you want to have a library, so to library. So we need a bit of a description of our library, Dungeons and Chronics. Otherwise, I'll have to do that. Which I can, but what we've got as number 2 is now the library. Okay, all right. Okay, so yes, we're all good with that. I'm just marking that point so I know where I'm up to so I don't get lost. 11 is small, got that done. Wizard needs entertainment. Well, I mean, the audience chamber or theatre, it can serve both functions. I mean, there's no reason why it can't be. 22 is a pit in the centre with walls lined with shackles. It is used to observe the effects of experimental potions on subjects. Pale Rider, perfect. Perfect. Lovely. Much better. Much better. We can take that. It's not a fighting pit. It is basically a whole, yeah. It's the pit. In the center of the room is a deep pit with walls lined with shackles. The pit was used to observe the effects of experimental potions on subjects, and that is pretty good, if you ask me. 10, the doors could shift about. 10, where's number 10? Number 10, yes, I suppose they could shift about. You go out once, it leads to 7. Next time you use the same door, it takes you to 9. Or we randomly determine it. Like, we can randomly determine which side you come out, which would be really confusing, but rather funny. So I think you've got a good idea going there with that one. So let's grab 10, and let's make it a shifting doors. So let's call it the shifting hallway. The doors to this hallway shift about. Roll a d6. Roll a d6 to determine which door leads to a room. On a 1, 2, 3, on a 1 to 3, the door leads to is it room 7? No. So we we got 3 potential. So we could actually have a 3-way thing going on here. All right. So this is going to be a little bit more difficult. So a little bit more complicated. So it's lead to. So 1 to 2, the door leads to room 7. Then we go 3 to 4 leads to room 9, and 5 to 6 leads to room, what's the number of that one? 9, 11, room 11. Oh, that will mess with them so much. So much. Thank you, Dungeon Minister. It didn't quite work the way you'd suggested it, but I've made it probably significantly more annoying. Anyway, oh dear, the pit of despair, the pit of despair. All right, so I need to make sure I catch up on some of the stuff. So I want to just drop this down in here again so that I get this going. Paste, 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 paste. Here we go. Let's drop this again. So I've got a new mark and 10, 17 for the wizard's place. Yeah, I think it's a theatre or audience chamber. I think it's used probably for both. Yes. This is where they put on magic shows. You've got to make your money somehow and probably having to do that sort of thing is what you would have to... You'd have to tolerate it, wouldn't you? Okay, so it's good. 10. The look-up hallway, reverse gravity. Oh, yeah, suppose you could reverse gravity. Your reverse gravity, though, can go somewhere else. That would be awful. Let's stick it in 19. Let's stick your reverse gravity in 19 or even in 18. That would be fairly annoying as well. I feel like, yeah, we can definitely get away with doing something like that. Let's put reverse gravity in 18 or 19. 19. Yeah, let's do it 19. Paste. So we'll call this the gravity hallway. Gravity hallway. A reverse gravity spell is activated once a person reaches the now where let's if we're going to put it on 9, if I'm going to shift it around to 19, where it be the bend in the hallway. And the person reaches once a person reaches the bend in the hallway, person reaches the bend in the hallway. The ceiling is covered in spikes. The ceiling is covered in spikes. The ceiling is covered in spikes that do I don't know, moderate damage. That'll do. That's a pretty horrible thing to have there, but let's put it in. It was a revenant from level 1 of the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. He is now part of the party. Oh yeah, that happened to me too, by the way. If you were wondering, Nacho, it happened to me. The pit of despair. I wouldn't mind an animated armor that comes to life if a book or scroll is touched. Okay, so this is in the library, okay? Let's put this in the library. We'll put that in the library. I don't know what else you want to do with the library, but yeah, number 2 is the library. But we have at least something in the library right now, which is good. An animated armor comes to life. Armor comes to life if a book scroll is touched. Which is what you kind of expect, you know? Leave my books alone. Addendum. Some of the experimental creatures are still alive, shackled to the walls. Okay, I'm adding your suggestion in, Fred Huber, to number 22. The addendum. We get a lot of addendums sometimes, so let's do that. That's good. We'll get rid of this. Bam. Bam. Okay, we're doing well. I suppose I need to give you an update on rooms we haven't done yet. I don't know how far 3 locked room. So let me do a quick update to tell you and show you what we have, so that we can kind of move some of the ideas you've got around a little bit. So I'm going to show you what we have so far very quickly. So this is the document here, the ruined wizard tower, and we're assuming the Lady of Crows is a wizard. So we've done area 1, we've done area 2, which is a library. I'm sure we could do a bit more, put a bit more in the library, but we've got we've got at least one line, so we've got something that will happen, right? Area 3 is a storage room, so area 1 the entrance, 2 is the library, 3 is the storage room, 4 is the head apprentice's room, 5 is a sauna, 6 is a potion room, 7 is the alchemy laboratory, which I still have to finish writing and adjusting, but it's got a lot of stuff there. We haven't done 8 or 9. We have the shifting hallway is 10, which is going to cause all sorts of hassles. 11 is the privy. I haven't actually adjusted all of this, but I will. 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 still need to be done. 17 is our theatre and audience chamber for our wizard, putting on shows and blah-de-blah-de-blah. 18 hasn't been done. Gravity hallway is now 19, so we now have an reverse gravity spell, which now then causes them to float into the spikes. They better make sure they use their dispel magic. 20 and 21. No, that's not right. 21 should be, this should be 21. So there's something going on here. Oh, there's an addition that shouldn't be there. Okay, that's better. 20 has not been done. We still got 20. With 21 is the spiral staircase, and 22 is the pit. Okay, and 10 I've just left that as sort of aside as a fill-in if we want to. So that's what we have. Okay, for those of you who wanted a quick update, I will put it into the chat now so that you know exactly what is done. Okay, rooms that are finished. Hashtag rooms that aren't complete yet. And I need to make sure I give you the right ones. So we have room 8 and 9. 8 and 9, followed by 12 through to 16. And after 16 we have 18 and 20. But okay, there we go. There we are, people. I just need to catch up. 10 hallway reverse gravity, we've done that one, we've done that, done this. Here we go. 3, a locked room, a small chamber that contained. Now 3, we've kind of already done something with 3, but I can move whatever was in 3 somewhere else. A small chamber that contained the most expensive tomes, scrolls, and books, possibly soil books as well. Also a book of describes the paths to immortality. Puzzle to unlock the door. Okay, well, if we're going to have a puzzle, we just need to find the key. I think it's, if we're going to have if the door can only be unlocked by no other thing but finding the right key, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that at all. But I think if we're going to do something like that, we've got to make sure. So just grabbing your idea and, okay. Is there another location it could go into that is a locked room that's sort of set offside from everything else? There's not a lot of dead end locations here. So maybe that's where it needs to be moved. We can put the storage room. Where can we put the storage room? 13 could be a storage room. Or maybe it's not. Interesting. An interesting concept to work with. Okay, I'm going to come back to that. We'll come back to that. Path to immortality turns out to be fake, covered in vials. Okay, so you've got quite a lot going on here. You guys have... I might have to put this somewhere else. So this is what happens. Sometimes you guys come up with ideas and then I'm like, I'm not sure where to position it. And so what I will do is I'll come back, look at what you've written, and then reposition it somewhere else. So don't feel like it's going to be dumped. It just may not fit quite where we want it to go or you want it to go. And can the door to 13 be a secret bookshelf? No, because there's no secret door. There is a secret door at the end of this alcove in 2. So behind, there's an alcove there, and there's a secret door that leads into a different area, but you can still get into 15 and 16 by a different route. So yeah, like I said, I don't want to put in additional secret doors and change the map. It's too much hassle. Probably worse if you were trying for the other way around. I can hold on to it. So yeah, exactly. It would be amusing. You go through that hall. So you'd have to make sure you have a way of getting rid of the magical effect of that hallway when you go through the doors. You love the reverse gravity, and the spikes are particularly wicked. Yes, they certainly are. Oh, you want to poison those spikes. Oh, okay. Poison spikes. Okay, fine. We'll put poison spikes. The ceiling is covered in poisoned spikes. Of course they are. He's an AD&D person. It's covered in poison spikes that do moderate damage. Moderate damage. And poison anyone touching them. So doing damage is all one thing, but you've got to also be poisoned. And poisons anyone who touches them. That is that. Okay. Good luck trying to avoid that thing. Add on to 17. A Medusa has taken up residence here. Why another Medusa? Why have we got a Medusa here? Is there a reason why we have a Medusa here? I mean, I'll take the idea, but I'm like, why is a Medusa taking up residence here? We had a Medusa before. I feel like we need to have something else. We've had Medusas and Liches recently in some of the adventures that we've done. Oh, by the way, I apologise for not being able to finish up the mine adventure we started, the old dwarf mine. It's getting close, but I've been struggling to keep up. And the castle one, I haven't been able to figure that out just yet. Library. If a book is set down on one of the library tables, an unseen servant puts it on the shelf in the correct location. That would be amusing. Let's take this. This is a good idea. We do not like to have our library out of order. So that's number 2 is the library, isn't it? And paste. Well done. Nicely done. Very good. Medusa, maybe she auditioned, didn't get a part, but refuses to leave until she's cast. Now, I like the concept behind that, but it doesn't have to be a Medusa. Can it not be something else? Because we did a Medusa in the front of a skeletal Medusa, or was it a frozen skeletal Medusa in the front of our ice cavern not that long ago? So why not something else? What is a theatrical monster? What monster is kind of very theatrical in many respects? Is there one? Is there one? Is there not one? Hello, Derp. How are you? It is a very complicated looking tower. It's just the first level. Okay, I decided to chop off the rest of it. Got to go. See you, Wally. I've probably already missed him. He's got to get some work done. I know he does. Okay, so we're doing all right. 20. Okay, so we've got 20. A small dank room with 4 animated armors guarding the entrance to 21. The armors are rusted and squeal with metal when they move. Okay, I'm fine with that. Let's just put that into 20. That's where you decided to put it, so we'll put that there. So I'm going to put here Guardian Chamber. We're going to make it a Guardian Chamber. A small dank room with 4... Now let's write the word for animated armor. Got to be now. Remember, we got to be careful about putting too many animated armors into a location like this because it's really obvious to people. The animated, the animated. Now, what do they look like? Are they just suits of animated armor? The animated armors are Rusty and Squeal with... And Squeal. 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 When the metal constructs move. Okay, I think that's nailed down 20. Okay, nice. All right, we're doing all right. Doing pretty well so far. 3 Banshees and 17. Banshees, yeah, I suppose we could use Banshees. Banshees are pretty nasty. Other about which gets the lead. Oh, that is hilarious. I really like that. Derp. Swarm of animated books attacks if library property is damaged. Is damaged or taken? Or I guess we've already dealt with the taken thing, but damaged is entertaining. So let's include this. So adding to our library. Swarms of animated books attack if library property is damaged. No, I'm fine with that. We can add that in. There's a few things that'll go on in there. I really like the idea of 3 banshees screaming at each other about who's going to get the lead in a play. That's very funny. Yeah, drama queens. Yes, absolutely drama queens. Perfect. Let's do this. This huge chamber was used wizard to put on magic shows. And we are entering 3 banshees. 3 banshees. Banshees are screaming at each other about who should get the lead role. Should get the acting role. Okay, nice, very good. Now we've just set up ourselves a bit of bit of trouble. A tower with only the first level, doesn't that miss the definition? No. So to be fair, Derp, it is to simplify the whole process. I knew I had to make each level quite small, and I was struggling to make that plausible. I have a different approach to doing the Wizard Tower, Arcane Tower, and Mage Tower each time we do this. So when we come back to this, I got a different approach to it. So it will look completely different to what it was before. But yeah, a tower that actually has levels to it, like that'll happen, but just not today. Next, 17. A mimic and a doppelganger performing a 2 creature show. Okay. 17. I don't know. What is 17? What are you trying to do in 17? 17. I think what we'll do is we'll include them as extras. A mimic and doppelganger. Are a mimic and doppelganger are confused by the banshees arguing and checking the script. There you go. Checking the script. Arguing. Okay, a mimic and doppelganger are confused by the banshees arguing, and checking the script. Checking the script. Okay, there, and R. Checking the script. Okay, I think I got that. Cool, blimey, that was difficult. Requires a potion of WD-40. Right. Suppose it does. Living metal statues or anything else? Yes, we could. Living metal statues. I think that's a good idea. Let's do that. So 20 living metal statues. Tankering with 4 living metal statues. So they are animated. I mean, you can still use the animated armor stat block if you're going to be doing this. What do these 4 statues look like? Living metal statues are thrusting. So it would be nice to know what the 4 statues look like. Like, what are they statues of? Because that's the first thing that players are going to ask you, right? So yes, I've done it, Pale Rider, done it. It sounds and smells like dinner is almost ready. Okay, that's good. You're off. Thank you for being here, Dungeon Minister. Stepping onto the staircase down in 17, a magical mouth opens, berating the offender. Cast members only. Please return to your seats. Stairs above the room number. Okay, so what are we doing there? I'm just trying to figure out what it is that you're trying to achieve there. I like the idea. I'm just not too sure. Stairs down to 17. Well, I think the whole area is 17, really, isn't it? So I guess, okay. Let me just grab this, have a think about how that's going to work. I'm not sure how to make that work. So I'll put this into the... This is good. Cool. We've got a lot of information here that is coming out. We keep trying to add to 17 because it needs more. Possibly, and I agree. I'm just trying to... I see what you're trying to do there. Okay, all right. So we want to make 17 a bit more of a major feature. So this is why you're saying this. So okay, right. Let's deal with that. We'll make it a little bit more. Okay, paste. The steps. Okay, stepping on. The stairs down to. Stepping on the stairs down. Stepping. Okay, stepping. All right, let's do this. A little bit of adjustment here. Stepping on the stairs down to the stage. Activates a magic mouth. The magic mouth starts berating the offender. And says, Cast members only. Please return to your seats. Stairs above. Yeah. Okay, I've got it. I think I got it. I think I got what you were trying to do here. Yep. Understood. Done. Okay. Okay. We've got to focus. We've got 45 minutes and we still need to focus on some of these other locations, people. 17 can't be the main focus. It can't be the main focus. We've got to deal with the other stuff. Okay, the 4 statues. The statues look like 4 armed demon women with serpent bodies with the swords that act like monster tentacles. Holy shit. Okay, alright. Oh, blimey, dude. Okay, you didn't hold back, did you? Here we go. It's got vibes of the Golden Voyage of Sinbad. The statues look like 4 armed demon women with serpent bodies, armed with swords that act like rust monster tentacles. Okay. Armed with swords that rust metal when they strike. I think that's good enough. I think you just made 20 a pretty nasty situation. Okay. 15, parlour. The parlour. Mouldy furniture decorated this room with small bar, a few decanters, mostly broken line the bar. There is a trapdoor to the south. Okay, to the south. If the party members trips the trapdoor, okay, so I see what you're trying to do here. We're going to take part of that. I don't think we're going to take all of that, though. Deplorus Rex, hello, how are you? It looks like I'm going to have to update the map again in terms of what we've done and what we haven't. But we're certainly getting there. So 15. 15 is now done. Parlour. No. Parlour. That's not how you spell it. Not English American. American English. Okay, mouldy. Mouldy furniture decorates this room with a small bar. This is 15, isn't it? Yes. Okay. Bar with a small bar. A few decanters, mostly broken, line the bar. There is a trapdoor to the south. Now, why do we say a trapdoor? I'm actually thinking of putting something. Is that a trapdoor? That looks like something else. It looks like a bloomin' pyramid. There is a. There is a shining black and blue pyramid to the south. Why would you put that in there? Well, because it's a main feature, okay? If a party member, if a character, we'll eliminate that. I just like the idea of putting a pyramid in the middle of this place. I thought that would be hilarious. So when I left that there, it wasn't intended to be a trapdoor. It was supposed to be something else. Simple seating for is where the number is. The performance area 17 is below the number. I don't know what we're doing with that. A dumb statue. We did one statue say the statue. Is statue bro? Oh, come on. Really? 20. Fred, I am not quite sure what I'm doing with this. You're saying 17, got 17A something, 3 stairs symbol. There's a lot going on there. I really want to get away from 17. Honestly, I think there's enough going on 17. Do you know what I mean? I really do. I really do feel like 17 is got enough going on. Here we go. So let's go with a quick update as to what we want to do and how many rooms we got left, because we're going to run out of time, and I don't want to run out of time. I want to get it done. I want to get it done. Okay. You guys are commenting on the pyramid. Yeah, what sort of feature would you put in the middle of your sort of living, bar, entertainment area? Oh, big, huge black pyramid. Why? Because it's funny. It's also obnoxious as anything. It's the sort of thing that somebody really wealthy would do. Right. That's part of the reason why I wanted to do that. No, we don't have a bathroom yet, and we definitely need to have a bathroom somewhere. Yeah. A place to do your business. Okay, so rooms that are not complete yet. So let's forget about the rooms that have been done, because they are mostly sort of sorted out. We still have to do 8 and 9. 8 and 9. 8, 9, and then what else have we got left to do? 8, 9, and then there is 12, 13, 14. 12, 13, and 14. And is that it? I'm not sure. I'm just checking. 14. Oh no, 16 and 17, and we got 19 as well. No, 19. No, something's moved. Why is it moved? Spiral staircase. Why is this moved? Oh, I see. I see what's happened. Okay, no, that's not right. Okay. Every time I put in a new entry, things can shift around. So 14, so 16 and 17 is correct. And that means that we, yeah, okay, 16 and 17. 16. No, 17's done. 17's done. Why am I saying 17's not done? It's because something's shifted. It's the theatre. Shouldn't have shifted. Ugh. This always happens to me. I always try to mark things and like, okay, there we go. We've got that one done. And then something happens and the whole thing gets whacked out. I think it is 18 that is not done. I'm pretty sure it is 18. Yeah, it's 18 that we didn't do. So if I go like that, there's 18 that still needs to be sorted. So 16 and 18. 16 and 18. Okay, all right, I got it sorted out. Okay. So 16, you're suggesting a scrying room, a large table in the center of the room with an orb on it, 5 wraiths sitting at the table staring at the orb. If anything is disturbed, the wraiths attack. Okay, I'm actually quite fine with that. That seems perfectly fine. We'll take that now. I need to go back because I see you guys were mentioning the pyramid, so let's deal with that. And that will actually fill out 16, making life a little bit easier for me with everything else. Okay. A large table in the center of the room with an orb in it. 5 wraiths sit around the table staring at the orb. If anything is disturbed, the wraiths attack. Okay, that's sort of setting them up for a problem. And I probably need to also put an entry for, yeah. So copy 16, paste it to the north. North, okay, I got that. 15, 16 sorted. Sweet. That is funny as hell. That is hilarious. Yeah, that's not really a good idea, right? The idea is not to wind up 30 feet above, but I like the idea a lot. Honestly, I think it is hilarious. So let's do this. paste the black and blue. Promote between area, is it 15 and 16? 15 and 16. Is meant to transport you to the top of the tower. If the characters touch, if a character touches the pyramid, they are transported. Oh, I feel like that's not enough. 30. No, let's say that this tower had a lot more levels. 100 meters. Oh, that's probably a bit much. 30 meters. Let's just go 100 feet. 100 feet above the ruins. With nothing to stand on. Not a good idea, but hilarious. Okay, great. We don't have a feast hall. No, we don't have a feast hall. Like I said, the rooms that I've just pumped out they're not necessarily huge locations. A hall of mirrors is always fun. 18. A hall of mirrors. Yeah, let's not. I like the idea. Let's do a hall of mirrors thing. 18 is a hall of mirrors. Okay. Oh. The walls of this hallway are covered in mirrors. Mirrors made of highly polished bronze. Okay, full stop. The mirrors disorientate all living creatures. Disorientate all creatures. Let's go with all creatures. All creatures. Touching the wall, touching the mirrors makes the reflected environment appear to slip into a random configuration. Different panels have different orientations. Okay, I'm not sure where that's leading. The mirrors disorientate all creatures touching the mirrors. Yeah, I'm really not sure how that's going to work. I like the idea of the Hall of Mirrors. That's not a problem. I'm just not too sure. It's about 93 feet, so 100 feet is good. Yeah, okay. 13 is a cooking area. Okay, 13 could be a cooking kitchen area. So 13. So 13, where is 13? 13. Yeah, I suppose it could be. It might, actually 14 might be better. 14 might make a better cooking area. Or, well, I mean, even 9, look, 9 might be not bad as a location for a cooking area too. So, yeah, doesn't have to be 13. It could be 8. So let's just Because that's a dead end. You don't have to worry about two entrance ways, one going one way, one going the other way. It is sort of like you'd lead through and yeah, I'm not too sure. It could be 13 or 9. Could be either one of those, I would imagine. So, okay, that's that. You understand what he wants with the Hall of Mirrors? The orientation flips is just descriptive flavour for the players. Okay. I'm not too sure how to... I need to be able to write it down in a way that somebody will understand what the heck we're talking about. There is a soft, faint musical score playing that feels... score playing. Okay, so a description is not evil. And like the problem is with a description, when you use a description, the word evil's not a great word to use as a descriptor. Do you know what I mean? Right. Don't have any problems. So we have to actually... There is a soft, faint musical score playing. Playing. Playing slow. What's bass? Bass. There's a faint soft musical score playing, slow bass notes. I guess that's something. Yeah, okay, that's about the best I can do with that. 18. Add on flesh golem resembling the characters comes out of the mirror and attacks. You reckon? I honestly think it would be more fun to have what about a two-dimensional version of themselves step out of the mirrors and attack? That's much more interesting, I think, than a flesh golem. We had flesh golems not so long ago, didn't we? 12 is the concession stands with popcorn. Oh, okay, I like this idea. Fred Huber, that's very, very clever. So let's take the flesh golem and instead let's make it a two-dimensional thing going on. Paste, add on. So two-dimensional glass. No, two-dimensional bronze, isn't it? Bronze figures of the figures resembling the characters come out of the mirrors and attack. Yeah, let's go with that. That would be a lot more fun. Attack. Attack. Deck if they open. It has to be something. If they open the door to area 19, but if they open the door to area 19, I think that's what we want to do. If they decide to do that, we mess with them a little bit, and then ba-bam, 2D copies coming out. I still think I like the idea. Let's use the mirrors themselves. I reckon we use the mirror material themselves. Two-dimensional, instead of flesh golem, let's go two-dimensional copies. I reckon we definitely go with a sort of like a version of them made out of bronze, which would be far more interesting, honestly, in my opinion. I don't know if this necessarily means anything. So getting through the Hall of Mirrors, have to pass 3 consecutive intelligence checks in a row and or solved by characters on either and hold a string to guide people through. No. I am really not a fan of making repeated intelligence checks or any kind of dice roll check. I mean, you've given us mechanics. I understand, but yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not even gonna write it down in the notes because I would never do that. I just don't see a benefit in that. I know some people do, but no, I don't think so. Okay. But 12, slime on the floor being fed by unstoppable. This is interesting. Let's go with 12. So we haven't done 12 yet. But we are getting there. We are definitely getting there. Still got 8, 9, 12, 13, 14. But 12 is about to be a concession stand, which is great. Okay. Concession stand. This room is full of glass cabinets and shelves with a counter. Okay, so VV various candy popcorn and flasks of assorted beverages are sovereign glued in place. That's quite amusing. That is quite amusing. 13. Is 13 going to be a kitchen, is it? 13 is going to be a kitchen by the looks. Long abandoned kitchen. Okay, all right. So we are definitely going for 13 as a kitchen. Partial. Okay, concession stand, 13. Yeah, okay, that kind of makes sense. Okay, so it is definitely going to be 13 then. Kitchen. A long abandoned kitchen with skeleton remains that have a partial map of the caverns below the wizard tower. All right, so you're leading them into the next location. Okay, I'm fine with that. Now we can take the ideas that were already. No, that's that. So that's been nailed down. So Dungeons and Chronics, you had determined that 13 was the best location. In the end, it actually looked like it was the best location because we got a concession stand and then the concession stand's right next to the kitchen. 14. The question is, what is 14, 8, and 9 going to be? That's the question now. So well done, Dungeons and Chronics. And we now have a bit of information thanks to Pale Rider. Hey. What can I say? Let's see. Let's update you on the areas that are still left to go. And then I will go back. And I think there is some information you guys pumped in a little bit further on, a little bit later on that I missed. Yeah, I think there are still a few things left that would still need to be dealt with. So I'll give you those area locations now. So it is 8, 9, and 14. 8, 9, and 14 are the last locations. 8, 9, 14. Those are our last locations to fill, with roughly about 10, 15 minutes to get it done, which is not a lot of time, I'm aware. And I haven't really had a chance to go over what you might find in a wizard tower. We were talking about spiral staircases, elevators. We've essentially got an elevator. We've got a spiral staircase, a lobby. We don't actually have an area designated as the lobby, but I mean the entrance is pretty much like a lobby. A mezzanine floor, living spaces for bedrooms, kitchens, dining rooms, bathrooms, laundry, lavatory. Nobody's decided where the lavatory or the dining room would be. Or where a bedroom might be. If there's bedrooms might be somewhere else, might be already gone, removed, fallen away. They might be further away, which would be fine. Workshop, we've kind of got a laboratory, so that's kind of there. We've got storage rooms already. We've got a laboratory. You could have a zoo, a greenhouse. I don't know. Well, we could have a zoo. We could have a place full of cages and strange creatures in them. Why not have a zoo? Is there a location that we can decide that it would be suitable for that? Because that wouldn't be bad. We can have a museum area. Sometimes you have a theatre and they have a museum area as well. You could include a museum area. We've got a library study already kind of going on. Teleportation chamber, portal chamber, maybe we would have that. Observatory is probably would be on the top of the tower, so we won't be including that today. But yeah, we could potentially have a museum. I like the idea of including a museum area. It's just where would you position the museum area? 8 is the restrooms. Would 8 be the restrooms? I suppose it would be, because it would be attached to the entrance area, and then, yeah, it could well be the long empty chamber pots. 9 is the room left appropriate for pets. Yeah, I suppose that's true. I mean, we could, yeah. And then actually 14 would make a good museum. Would actually make like a little museum area, because it's kind of it's connected to the kitchen, yes, but it's fairly open, so it's a sort of like an alcove to the scrying chamber. I don't know how people feel about that. You tell me. I'm going to grab your restroom idea, and we'll put that in. So that's number 8. I feel like we've almost turned our wizard tower into a theatre, and just a small. I mean, that's the first level, right? That's the first level of the tower, right? So restrooms. Long empty chamber. Oh, heck, did you say unemptied? Unemptied. Oh, unemptied. Oh, God. Long chamber pots. Long, tall chamber pots line the walls full of urine and feces. Is that right? Urine and feces. Urine and feces. Ugh, disgusting. Okay. The chamber has curtain dividers. There. The smell in this room makes anyone vomit. Yeah, it's always fun. Cool. Nice. 14. The Love Me wall. All of the awards, trophies, crushed and collapsed displayed cases. I think that sounds good. You want to include a black pudding on the ceiling? Oh my. Okay, I guess we can do that. We can add that in. It's a long time since we were emptied. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. So 14 is definitely a museum now. So go here. The Love Me wall of all of the... Okay, I'm just bear with me. I'm just cutting and pasting and moving a few things around and just trying to grab stuff. And I think I've got most of it there. Museum, a room for the keeping of a room exhibiting trophies, collectibles, and artifacts. Trophies. The love me wall. Love Me wall includes all of the Wizards awards and trophies. Let's go here. Wall. There are mostly crushed and collapsed display cases. Okay, I think I've got that nailed down fairly well, and we're going to add in I suppose you could, but I think it'd be funnier that it's still there. But that's me. I'm a toilet humor person, so it works for me, but it might not work for everybody else. So let's see. So black pudding in area 8. I think area 9 has already been sorted out. 8, okay. A black pudding. Black pudding is I guess hiding on the ceiling. It's ready to drop. Ready to drop, baby. Ready to drop. Okay, so and now we get the 9, which had been established. Appropriate for pets. So, yeah. I feel like that is probably right. If we're going to put pets in here, this is probably the place. What about familiar? What about a familiar? I know what it is. I know what it is. The familiar kennel. It's the familiar, when all the wizards come around, all the spellcasters come around for a theatre put on, they've got to put all their familiars somewhere. They don't necessarily carry them with them because they can, when you go into a theatre, right, and you have a familiar with you, whether it's a cat, a dog, or anything like that, they all want to fight. So you gotta put them in cages out of the way. So it's the familiar kennel. It's out of the way. A room full of cages with strange creatures. that are undead familiars that wizards left here by mistake. Ah, dear. Okay, that's I think that just about got the whole lot sort of done. I'm pretty sure we've got every location nailed down now. You have assigned all the rooms very nicely. I just want to go back through and just check to see if I have missed anything, because you guys had added in a whole bunch of stuff and I kind of missed a whole bunch of stuff a bit further back. It hasn't solved all the problems. I'm still got a couple of things I will have to figure out. 20, can it have a teleport portal to back to the entrance? I don't want to do that sort of thing. I know that's a very the Tomb of Horrors does that sort of stuff, but I don't want to do that here. Pit trap. No, I don't want to put a pit trap in there. We've got some traps in some very interesting locations, and I think they're going to work fine. Look, that looks good. So let's 14 has a ghost that 14 has a ghost that wants to tell you. Okay, so this is well, let's grab this. Let's grab this. I will put this in. Copy. And this is in 14. This is where the museum is. A ghost that wants to tell you all about the trophies and whatnot. Lives here. Okay. Ghost gets mad if you ignore him, but can be helpful if you indulge him. Okay, now we've got our NPC. Okay, I think that's the only thing that I really needed to work on is actually the laboratory, and I've been given a lot of information. I just haven't had time to actually do very much with it. So let me at least share what I've got here. Okay, and then yes, I better get moving to work. So here it is. This is the document. I will do all the adventure hooks later. I'll figure out how that all works based off what you've got. A lot of different things going on here, people. So wandering monsters, I'll work that out later. Main features, I'll have to do a bit more work on that, but we've got a whole bunch of stuff here that's sort of related. Location information, we've got the elaborate entrance is 1, the library is 2, 3 the storage room, 4 is the head apprentice room, 5 the sauna, 6 is the potion room, 7 is the alchemy laboratory, which I need to work on. There is a lot of information already there. I just need to make sure that I highlight and finish this because I didn't really get a chance to do that. Restrooms is 8, 9 is the familiar kennel, 10 is the shifting hallway, 11 is the privy, and I'm going to have to do a little bit of work on that, but I guess it's mostly done. Concession stands is done. The kitchen is done. I think museum is done. That's 14. 15 is the parlour. 16 is the scrying room. 17 is the theatre or audience chamber. 18 is the hall of mirrors. 19 is the gravity hall. 20 is the guardian chamber. 21 is the staircase, and 22 is the pit. And then I've got a few notes here that I didn't get a chance to sort of plonk in there. So that's what we got today. Like, that's not bad if you ask me. I think that did a pretty good job. You guys have filled all the locations. I just need to spruce it up a little bit, and I'll put it up onto Patreon. Nicely done. Well done. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Dear. Let me end this poll. We had a few people who voted today. So, have you made a Wizard Tower adventure before? Yes, 47%. I'm not that surprised. No, 33%, just watching 14%, and incomplete 4% out of 21 votes. Nice, not bad. Pretty good, pretty good. I am still a bit behind on some of the stuff on Patreon. So now I have 3 adventures I have to finish. A castle, an old dwarven mine, and now I have a wizard tower, or at least the first level of a wizard tower. So, I don't know, people. I'll do my best to get it all done. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'll do my very best to get as much as I can done by the end of the week. Okay, so I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's been here today. Thank you for watching and listening. Thank you for taking part in the poll. Thank you so much to my patrons who help support me so I can keep doing this. This is one of the most fun parts of my week, is sitting down with you guys and making an adventure and trying to make it all work, pulling different ideas from different people and just adding it in and just seeing what happens. It's hilarious, a bit tricky, but a lot of fun. Okay, I want to thank those people in the chat. So Pale Rider, thank you. Fred Huber, who's a patron. We had Nacho Man here. Deploris Rex, thank you. Awesome, love it. and we had Dungeons and Chronics putting in their 2 cents. We had Wally DM, which I was not expecting Wally to be showing up to this because Wally should be busy. Nacho Man, who's a patron, thank you for being here. And if I've missed you, Derp, also a patron, thank you for being here. We don't, we now have a bathroom, Derp. It has been included. Okay, don't worry. You've got your bathroom area. The Dungeon Minister, who showed up for a little while as well and provided some ideas and concepts. And yes, without you, this is simply not possible. It wouldn't work. It would just be me talking and trying to fill in everything in about 2 hours. That's essentially what it would wind up turning into, okay? But it's not that. It's something else, which is what I love about the whole process. So, wherever you are in the world, okay, whether it be the morning, the afternoon, or the night, please look after yourself, your family, and your friends. Be nice to your neighbours. And hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s.